Most American families who lose a loved one in a war zone get a letter of condolence from the President of the United States. But there are a few who are denied that honor. Among them, families of troops who commit suicide. We first reported this last week, and tonight we have learned that the White House is changing its policy. Elaine Quijano brings us up to date with the father who led the fight to change the rules.
Yeah, I had many doubts, many doubts, but we're very pleased.
Last week, Greg Keesling got the call from the White House he'd waited nearly 2 years to receive. He learned his family's long wait for acknowledgement from the Commander-in-Chief was almost over.
O'Neill, my oldest son, came down and we had a hug, and it was very emotional. And Dad, it's going to happen. And it was a very good moment that this has been worth it.
Since the suicide of Keesling's son, 25-year-old Army Specialist Chancellor Keesling in Iraq, Greg and his wife Janet have fought to receive a condolence letter.
I miss you, Chance. I do.
Writing to the President and asking their congressman for help.
He was a good soldier. And so I think that's the part that I want to know that the country appreciates. That he fought, he did everything he was asked to do, and it didn't turn out well for him. But at least the country could write a simple letter, and the President represents our country, and just say to our family, thank you for your son's service.
Keesling has now been told he'll receive some kind of recognition from the White House, though not an official presidential condolence letter in memory of his son Chance.
Today we'll be reading The Cat in the Hat.
Chance Keesling shot himself on his second tour in Iraq, just days after this video was taken. He'd had previous emotional problems and became despondent after a fight with his girlfriend. Under a decades-old White House policy inherited by the Obama administration, military families received letters from the President only if their loved ones died on the battlefield or in accidents in war zones. Now the policy is changing. Greg Keesling told us recently, for families like his, the acknowledgement is long overdue.
I do think this is about doing what is the right thing, and I feel that to the core of my being. This is about justice for my son, Chancellor Keesling.
The new policy goes into effect starting today, which is why the Keeslings will not receive an official presidential condolence letter. Their son, Chance, died in 2009. We're told the policy affects all military families whose loved ones die in war zones, regardless of how they died. The new policy, though, Scott, does not include stateside training deaths.
Thank you, Elaine.